There we are. We are live and running, and it's good to see you all. And I want to welcome back Sherry, Trancing with Spirit, who has been
Hi,
here
everybody.
before. Thank you for being back. And
Thanks for
Mark,
asking.
our Mark, Spirit
Yeah,
Whisperer, who
I,
talks to all, he's Dr. Doolittle and used to have his work at the LA Zoo.
we,
And I love your pictures with Betty White. That's what I
I
really love.
Oh,
Yeah, she was
so
such an
sweet.
advocate. Yeah,
I
it was
got to
really
meet her several times.
fun. Uh-huh.
oh, I got my Golden Girls shirt on today.
Oh,
Yeah,
look at that.
It was actually my mom's.
Oh, I
Yeah,
like
I
so
it.
got to
Yeah.
meet
she
all of
loved
them
it.
once because Betty brought them all to the zoo at
Really?
an event we had. So I got to meet Dorothy and all of them, all
Oh,
four.
wow.
Oh, you did. How
I've been
about that's exciting, Mark. I didn't know
to
that. That's cool. Who else have you
Mhm.
met? Anybody else that's come to the zoo?
a lot of different people. Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of people came to the zoo. I got to meet Betty a lot because she was a big
Yeah.
supporter.
Mhm.
Another fun thing I did, you guys, I don't know if Sherry will remember, but remember Sherry Lewis and Lamb Chop and Hush
Yes.
Puppy?
Mhm.
Yep. Yep.
I got to meet
Mhm.
her and go to her house. And
Oh.
then she did a private,
Oh,
she
wow.
took me in her house to introduce me to Lamb Chop. And that
Uh-huh.
was a big thrill of my life.
Oh, wow.
Took
That's
Lamb Chop
almost
out the
as good
box.
as Captain Kangaroo,
Yeah,
you know?
she
I remember him
arrived
too. I'm older than I look.
and everything. It was just the best. I loved it.
Yeah,
But a lot
Oh,
of things. But I
I
won't.
that's
remember.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm so happy to hear that. Wasn't it Bob Barker was also a big animal advocate? Yeah.
Dogs in particular and spay and
Dogs. Okay.
neuter.
Mm,
Yeah.
He
Okay.
always said spay and neuter your pets every
Yeah.
single episode.
That's
yeah.
good. Thank you. Yeah, which was a great message, really.
Right.
Hmm.
So let's say hello to some folks. We are simulcasting today on both Mark and Sherry's channel. And the information is below, I think, I'm pretty sure. If not, Sherry Trancing with Spirit is her name. And actually, I don't like putting the links because the people go there, they sign up, and then they get dropped. So if you can go in separately, go to Spirit Whisperer, like and subscribe. The same with Sherry. And then you won't drop off. We gotta work around the
Yeah.
games that are being played. So, all right. So Bora Bora and Laura Hammond Davis and Teresa Hadarian and Jans Free. It's nice to see you all. T. Lynn, Ms. May. Ms. May has a little kitty cat on her avatar. That's cool. Look at that little black
Uh-huh.
and white kitty cat. And Craig Dixon and Joe and Sherry is here. It's nice to see you. Mary Thornberry, Christine Fryer. Welcome, everybody. It's so great to see you. Blue Diamond, you have come over from either Sherry or Mark's channel. Carolyn Booker and Peter and various and sundry animals. You remember Lamb Chop, Carolyn Adams? That's awesome. Yeah. And T. Lynn says, mention of Sherry Lewis triggers the song that doesn't end.
This is the song that never ends. Yeah. Hush Puppy and Charlie Horse too. Were there.
That's right. There's Viviani
Hi,
and
Viviani.
Stephanie. It's nice to see you. We have Jenny Berlin and Nancy Smith. Wow, everybody. Thanks for coming and seeing us today. Our Shining Lights is here. And yeah, it's so nice to see everybody. I think I got, and here's Teacher Barbara. It's good to see you too, Teacher Barbara. Yes, Lamb Chop was wonderful, wasn't he? Nancy Smith. I liked Lamb Chop so much more than I liked Edgar. What was his name?
Oh, Edgar Bergen with,
Bergen with the dummy. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And Candy Bergen said that dummy actually got more love than she did from her father. I guess so. Yep. Anyway, well, thanks everybody for being here. I'm gonna let me highlight a few things that are going on. Sherry, when you have your own Akashic Records shows on your channel, are you
Mhm.
having one? Are you having one coming up very soon so everybody can know?
Yeah, me and Jenny do a show we switched it for the summer to Mondays at 7.
Okay.
And then
Mondays
I
at
do
7
a show
Eastern
7
time.
Eastern, right? I'm Eastern.
Okay. Yep.
And I do a show every Thursday at 2, just by myself.
Okay.
And then me and Jenny are kind of starting to do this little thing every maybe few Thursdays where we're going to call it Sherry and Jenny Read the World. And
Okay.
bring your anything but Trump questions. And so I'm kind of keeping it a little bit light right now while I'm getting the house ready because I don't have a lot of extra time. So that's about it. I'm sticking with just that right now.
Well, that's all right though, and you're growing your channel, and I'm really happy for you. That's great. And Mark, Mr. Mark, he does a Monday animal show with Debbie Freebird Spirit
at 2:00 every Monday.
And then
Monday we didn't because the wind interrupted.
The wind was too high. Okay. Okay. And also Saturdays you do a show with your guides mostly.
Right. It's like myself, but with the guides. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's Acting Day, so you can even ask about the old orange prune face if you want.
Actually, today Stormy Daniels had said that was the right person to flush the orange turd. And she had written it on Twitter, and everybody's like, well, could you tell us who the orange turd is? And everybody knew. Of course they knew. Yeah. Mark, you look so handsome, Viviani says. How about that? How about that?
Battery will get you everywhere.
I know. Isn't that nice? It's always nice to have that. Yeah. All right, Wildflower, I'm glad to see you. I got your question. And hi, Jill Sinanan. Oh, you're getting a massage, Barbara? Well, good for you. Yeah.
I'm jealous on that.
What are you cooking, Christine? We need to know what it is you're cooking. Is Ziggy named after Tom Wilson's cartoon?
Ziggy.
Who has Ziggy? Oh, I think that Sherry's dog is Abu.
Abu, after Aladdin, the monkey.
You heard that Sherry Lewis was psychic? Is that right?
Oh, really?
I don't know.
All right. Yes, Mary, I got it. Thank you, Mary. All right. Well, that's good. Anyway, yes, Jan. Okay. Orange used to be one of your favorite colors, Miss May. I know. Sorry about that. Somebody said that he actually isn't as orange as he is yellow. He looks yellow when they saw him. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
He doesn't look healthy.
Yeah.
No, that's for sure. Yeah. He wanted to get the gag order rescinded so he could talk back about the things that were said about him from Stormy, and the judge said, no.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry. Yeah. Not sorry.
Right.
Hi, Catherine. Nice to see you. Jill wants to know, how is your jaw? Which remedy did you use?
It's a little better so far because I haven't gotten the ever popular. Everybody told me to get castor oil. I haven't gotten that yet. But mostly I've just been doing acupressure.
Oh, okay.
And look, I've been using this, and I just
hold it there.
Yep. Yeah. And that actually has helped. I'm just pushing.
It does help. My husband does acupressure all the time because he has reflux, and he just pushes right in a certain spot, and he feels so much better. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's weird. Yes. I'm old, and I never had this before, so it's weird.
I know. I'm sorry that you have.
Yeah, Stormy Daniels does tarot cards.
She's also was a medium, and she's a ghost hunter. That's right. And of course, everybody's laughing about that.
Yeah.
And some guy comes on and says, nobody I've ever talked to on the other side has mentioned her. I said, okay, yeah.
I wouldn't mind having her on my channel.
Yeah, that's a big joke now, right? Yeah. All right. Christine's making chicken breast, mushroom, onion, and Greek salad.
Yum.
See, now you guys are going to make us hungry.
I know.
Yeah.
All right, Viviani, got your question. Got yours, Blue Diamond. Hi, Ness. Thanks you for hitting the like button. We appreciate it. Barron is going to be the delegate for his father at the RNC for the state of Florida. Did you hear that?
No.
Barron Trump.
Oh.
I really thought Barron disliked his father immensely.
Me too. Yeah, me too. Hi, Anya. Nice to see you. Karen Robinson, it's good to see you. and Rossi. Hi, Rossi. Great to see you. Thanks, everybody, for coming in. We're going to start with the questions, and I could probably take maybe 2 or 3 more. So I'll just leave it there. And Wildflower Wind is here, and she wonders what her gifts might be. If you can tap into that realm. Okay, Barbara. Oh, Peter had a tooth pulled today. I hope he's doing better. Nancy Smith, thank you. Ness. Yes, Ms. May, Stormy is haunted by a mushroom. Yeah. Did Valerie tell you about Debbie Diamond for your husband, Allie? No, but I'll write to her. Thank you. Thank you, Karen. I think I got enough. Okay, Sagita, I got your question. And Rossi, I think I got to close the questions now, please, though, okay? Thank you. So questions closed. If you are watching from either Mark's channel or Sherry's channel and you happen to be an administrator, could you just put in the words that the questions are closed? Thank you so much. Thanks, Viviani. Okay. Stephanie, if we have time, I'll take it, but we're riding right here at the end. All right. Mark, any thoughts, Mark?
Yep, I'll start. Okay. Hi, Wildflower Wind. What's interesting, because before we started today, the show, this was going through my mind. So I don't know if I was picking up that you were going to ask this question.
Wow.
But that's been happening a lot more as far as, I've been saying that everybody's abilities will be increasing stuff. And I do notice it a little with myself, especially just about, sometimes I feel like I'm getting really clear telepathic communication just from another person. I'll hear really clearly, and then they'll call me or something, but a lot more. But anyway, so I'm wondering if that was like a prequel to this. But what I'm hearing, Wildflower Wind, is you have access to all the same gifts that we all have. That's the first thing, because we all have a pineal gland in our head. And that's really where that communication originates from. And we call it the third eye. But when you call it the third eye, that's a little deceptive because you won't always receive information in a visual way. So third eye you think, oh, it has to be visual. No, all that kind of woo kind of originates with the pineal gland. That's where your imagination, that communication center, the back and forth communication. But you might receive, or you might communicate, or you might interact with God, spirit, nature, whatever it is you're looking to interact with. But it might come through audio. You'll hear it. Or you'll just have a very strong knowing that comes over you. Or you have a strong feeling, So it doesn't have to be visual. And as a matter of fact, it might not be. It just depends. You have access to all of that. But so what they're telling me is they want you to practice a little bit more. I don't know how much you're practicing, but practice does make perfect in that area. It does help. It does. The more you practice. And even if you watch these kind of shows and sit at home and practice some way, it's really good to kind of practice with other readers. But they want you to spend a little more time. You get the hermit, but today they're talking about in meditation, kind of going alone in your little room, sitting quietly. I always say, just put your energy into your forehead, into your third eye, as if you were looking with that, like you're looking for answers with the third eye, with the pineal gland. Now, they won't have to come visually, but your energy, your focus, you're looking with that because you want to see the other side kind of thing. So they want you to practice with that. They give me the 2 of Swords, but they only wanted to double down on that with your eyes closed and looking with your third eye. You're blinded with the blindfold on. They're also talking about how everybody's journey in this is individual. So even though there might be several people who are clairvoyant, they still do it in a different way. It's individual, and you kind of co-create your way as you seek it out. It's like asking you'll receive, seeking you'll find. So if you set that as your intention, and that's what you're looking for the universe to share with you and to show to you, that's what will happen. And it'll start to form in a way that suits you individually, so to speak. That's, I feel like these cards are saying. So the final card is the High Priestess, which is just really another card about everything I just said, about they want you to sit quietly and connect with Source, connect with the other realm, play with that more and more. And the Page of Swords, they give me finally, because they want you to choose something. So like in your little practice, say, I'd like to practice. I want to see if I can communicate with this rose bush or this, or my dog, or Mother Earth, or Archangel Gabriel, whatever it is. Pick something specific, the fairy kingdom, a plant, and play with a specific choice. Well, that was long. I didn't mean to talk so much.
Oh. Hi, Juanita. Thank you for becoming a member. That's so nice. All right. Thank you, Mark. Sherry, what you got?
I got that, everybody has everything, but her strongest ones are the knowing and the sensing and your intuition, the empathy. That is, I think right now what her strongest suit is right now. And also connection to elementals and earth and the elements. She should work with that. She has a strong connection to that, I think. And I agree with what Mark said, to sit, and it's like any muscle, you have to use it. So you to really get that, you have to use it, and keep a journal. And I did pull from the Starseed Oracle, and I did get lifting the veil, question everything. So
lovely. Yeah.
So that means you're going to have more things come online, and keep a journal. Write down all those odd things, that idiosyncrasies and the syncrasies, and just the songs that pop in your head, and you're going to find that it's all going to tie in. And trust in what you get. And that's what I got. And also I got karmic relationships. It says Orion's energy, polarity, soul growth, conflict. So even through things that seem confrontational or seem negative, that's usually when you can have the tremendous amount of growth also. So even when things seem odd, it might not be as odd as you think, or as like that. So that's what I have to say.
Awesome. Well, and I get the creation card. I know you're not going to have a baby, but you are birthing something new, and it is meant for you at this time. It's your destiny. They want you to know you can call on the archangels anytime you want. And remember, it takes a while for things to birth themselves, but you are in the midst of it. And they're wanting you to be patient. And like the others said, do the practice, which might be guided meditations or just trying to listen and see if you can hear what they're saying to you. And it, like Mark said, it may not be outside, it may be inside the head, which is something I didn't know for the longest time. And I was really happy to hear, because I was thinking everybody can hear people talking to them. I can't.
No,
wasn't listening at the right place,
Right. Yeah.
I want to throw in too with Sherry, what she just said. I want to double down on that, because when I first started, I got into what you need to do, but the first thing I heard was what's most immediate available to you right now. The same exact thing she said: intuition and an inner knowing, like a clear sentience. So I just wanted to double down on that. The spirit told me those.
And we have I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I was just going to say, when you write it down and look back, then things are going to start connecting. Oh, when I see this, this is what this means. You're going to start connecting things, and then it's going to help you develop better and quicker.
So this is really important because after Wildflower put that up, probably 4 other people are asking the same thing. So I want you to know, you may have something that's going to be stronger than what somebody else might have, but that doesn't mean the potentiality doesn't exist for you to be able to get the whole enchilada. It just sometimes takes time, and it's really worth the effort. And actually, it shouldn't be an effort; it should be a release and a flow. But yeah. So we'll address the other.
Like you're consciously intending to explore that aspect,
Right?
Of life. So I think you have to kind of. Well, I don't know if you have to, but it helps if you choose it and just like I'm on this adventure. I think anyway.
Yeah, that's wonderful. All right. Thank you so much. And thank you, Juanita, for gifting a membership to somebody else. That's so nice of you. And hello to those who have come in, Daniela and Celtic Seer. And I've seen other people. Juanita's here. Connie Epley's here. Thanks, everybody. Sam is here. All righty. Very nice. All right. So Mary Thornberry would love a message. Yes, Mary, we would love to give you a message. How about that? Hi, Imelda. Nice to see you, Imelda. Yeah, Barbara, journaling does connect the dots. It really does. Even with dreams or with card pulls. I've been pulling cards for over a month right now, and I am finding cards that I pulled being pulled again. And I'm trying to say, okay, this is the real big message from all these card pulls that I've done. It's really quite interesting.
And I have to admit, I'm not always as good as I preach either. I go through.
Well, we all have to be reminded, though.
I do really good for a while, and then my life will get hectic. Then I'm like,
I know. That's very, very true. Yeah. It happens. All right. So, Mary, I'm going to give you a quick read for the card I pulled for you, which is a lovely card. I love these cards. They're actually the oracles of vision, Oracle of Visions, and they don't have any words on them, but they have such beautiful imagery. And he uses a lot of circus imagery or on here. It says here, you have to make a choice. And whatever it is that choice is, you have to accept the consequences of the choice because we can't go back, which, this isn't something that you don't already know. But we also sometimes are intrigued with a what if, and we're really wishing we could know what the consequences will be, and then we might say, wonder what would have happened if I went this way or I went that way. And so beautiful, though. She's got the power within her hands, Mary, and so do you. And she actually looks like she's a seer. She's a visionary. She says there is balance to be struck in both good and bad acts, but don't worry about it unnecessarily. Whatever happens, even if it doesn't turn out right, it was the way it was supposed to happen. I got to tell everybody, I read a book by Blake Crouch called Dark Matter about 5 years ago, and it's about alternative universes. It's wonderful. Apple TV had two episodes of the brand new series that just came on yesterday. If you like that kind of thing, it's fabulous. So, thank you. All right.
Okay. And I pulled, can't make this stuff up, right? Storm, which is every hurricane comes to an end. And it's this is a deck I just got. Let's see, Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck. And it has, just when you thought things were taking a turn for the better, in came a hurricane of hurt. Now you find yourself utterly exhausted from trying to survive it all. Rest assured, the clouds are finally starting to part, making room for the much needed sun. Like the clouds, you should also let go of the past or present pain in order to make room for something better.
Oh, wow.
So I think that ties
Yeah.
in really well.
It
to
does tie
what-
in. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
So.
I got that. Oops, I lost my mind. Hi, Mary. I got that. Well, they're saying that things aren't so bad right now. Actually, you're kind of it's a bit of a reprieve. So, like you've been working and going through stuff, but this feels like a time to kind of congratulate yourself, be grateful for what you have and what you've done, and just sort of acknowledge that you're better off than you were a little while ago. You've moved forward, you've achieved more than you even thought possible. They do give me the Queen of Cups, and this always reminds me of like when you're looking or scrying, with you staring into that.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
It's like that, being able to look within and see what's hidden. So they're also talking about your abilities with spirit have increased. You should feel good about it. You've got a little bit more of a handle on it than you did before, and that things are going better than they have in a while. So 9 of Pentacles, and they want to say going better within you, like that you have grown and progressed. You don't feel like you need to defend who you are. You can just be it, and that's part of the journey there. And so they want to congratulate you. They also say you've let go, you've dispelled a lot of that worry thought that can try to come in and thwart your best effort. So you get this upside down, that you've gotten rid of a lot of that, and you're just more aware of how sometimes your thinking can stop you, and so you're a little more aware of, I'm thinking that negative crap that doesn't really serve me. So
We all have to do that too. We
Yeah.
do. Yeah.
And they want to congratulate you on that. So I think, Mary, they think you're doing pretty good. They want, here's your final card, the Lover. But I like this because it's like this relationship between you and spirit. We're not really talking about your boyfriend or your husband or anything like that. It's like you and spirit being one-on-one, a great partnership, and it's overlooked by, source. There's this angel, the source of things. So I don't know, it was a good reading. They like what you're doing.
Yeah. Thanks, Mary. Mary's got a farm in Ohio, and she does a lot of outside stuff this time of year to get her prepared. So
I'm in Ohio.
That's right. You are.
Oh, you're in Ohio? Oh,
yeah.
I was going to ask you that earlier, and I forgot.
Up north.
Up north. Yeah.
Cleveland.
Okay.
Oh, because I'm in Kentucky.
WK. Oh no, I was thinking WKRP in Cincinnati.
Yeah, wrong end.
That's over near Lexington, Kentucky area. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Closer to
So
me.
we have Blue Diamond. And if I'm just going around, please don't worry. I'll make sure that I read everybody. But I saw this big one, so I thought I'd go in. Blue Diamond had a rough April and May with family issues. Please ask my spirit guide and angels when and how, I guess, these will ease. You have higher, but I think it means how these will ease. Yeah. All right, Blue Diamond. Sorry you had I haven't had the best year. So I can totally get it. It's been like one thing after another. And I'm kind of sick of it.
It's been tough for a lot of people.
It has. Yeah. Okay, so I first get the rosary, and that you don't have to be Catholic to get the rosary, but what it means is that you're on your spiritual path, and some of the things that you've had to deal with have been that part of your life. And so it's to elevate us, to have us ascend to have us realize what we need to do. And, you probably have gone through the dark night of the soul. And even though they're not clutching the rosary beads to their chest, know that they are with you. The angels and your guides are saying, we're with you, whether you believe it or not. We really are. It's just something that you contracted yourself to do at this time. They said you've been controlling your emotions fairly well. And they're saying here, you can, of course, the trident is something that to me comes around water. So it could be that you'd love to just sit down and cry, but it looks like you aren't doing that anymore, or you've gotten through that phase. And now I know you want balance because I got the scales. And that's what we're all hoping for, especially Mark and I. We're both Libras, so we want balance all the time. But they want you to know higher love is on your side. Once again, they're affirming that they are with you. If you want the archangels to help you, call on them to help you. Speak it. Don't think it, speak it. The other guides and others can hear your thoughts, but the archangels, they want to be heard. They want to hear your voice. So good luck to you. I sure hope things get much better for you, Blue Diamond. All right. Sherry?
I heard from my guides that said flowers can't grow without rain. So you're not going to advance without our greatest advancements come from the strife and the hard parts, unfortunately, many times. And that's usually when we make the best leap forward, is when we go through that. So you will come out of this much better for have gone through it. And just to hang in there. And I did pull 2 cards from the Healing Waters Oracle. And I did get thank you, gratitude, appreciate what's sustaining you, if you can see that. So just take time to put your energy in the gratitude part of your life. Be thankful for what you have. Try not to look at the negative part and the bad stuff. Look at all the good stuff you have, to just try and shift the focus from the negative to the positive, because then you'll draw more of the positive to you rather than the negative. Because when you stay in the negative, you're going to bring more of that to you. So try and just turn the way you're thinking. And then also I got the rainbow, sweet relief, new beginnings, a new way forward. So that to me, they're saying that you're over the worst. The rainbow is out there. You're heading for a new, brighter future of great possibilities, of almost endless possibilities. And it's going to be a really, you're going to head into a time where it's going to be really good, and you're not going to, even though you've imagined how you want your life to be, it's going to be better. If that makes sense.
That's
it's going to be better.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be the way you think. It's going to turn out different, but so much better. And you're going to go, it's so much better. I'm so glad it did. And everything is going to work out. But just try and stay in the gratitude and stay in the positive thoughts, even though I know it's hard. And I know it's not easy to always do that when you're going through some heavy stuff. It's really important if you could try and do that.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Hi, Blue Diamond. I don't think I know you. I don't think so. I don't remember you. I don't think I've read for you. So the cards seem to be wanting to tell me that this has a lot to do with kind of issues between mother and child. I don't know if you relate to that. I don't know if it's you and your children or you and your mother, but there seems to be parent-child. I kind of want to say mother-child. And it's been like sort of a bit of a struggle, and feeling like at wit's end a little bit. So I don't know if that resonates or not, but I'm also hearing that you almost have to be a little removed from the energy. It's almost like watching it kind of pan out, and, having trust and faith that's going to pan out positively, but almost stepping back a little, because I feel like the problems that you've been going through and the struggle, the issues aren't so much you as it is other people's issues, but you're involved in it. You know what I mean? It's not so much that you need to change a lot or do. It's more about other people growing and changing and realizing what they need to do next. So the biggest advice, I just keep getting to trust that this is going to work out. If it is about a child or even about you, that they are guided and cared for. Always, always like the strength card because it has the little God symbol over somebody's head. So it's like you're always guided by source. And this card is telling me to trust that those you might be concerned about or that it might be giving you difficulty. Okay, sweetie. So that makes me, I like when you guys give me that because then I'm not so hesitant to go.
Feel like you got what's going on. Yeah.
I know.
And plus then I'm going, gosh, you just keep talking about it. And I'm going, don't be leading me astray, cards. Especially because when we say sort of a general reading and then they just start talking to your kids. And I'll show you why I was going to that. First of all, you get the 6 of Cups. So that gives me kids. And it's like, and it's kind of more than one. Then I get the Empress, and it's mama with the baby. So it's kind of like, in particular, there's one child that can be like a little bit of a handful. But also with the Empress card, I wouldn't necessarily always get that. But with this deck, it's like, mommy and child. And we're having a little bit of a struggle. So trust that they are guided. Part of this is Allie. Boy, I forgot your name there for a minute, Allie. Was talking about scales, and right when you said that, I pulled this card with the scales in it, like when you were talking about. But I got Justice, and I think you had don't think you had Justice, you had the other card. But know that divine justice is got a hand in this, and it's going to work out. Even though it might seem the opposite of that. And the reason I know you said I tried to, but they just keep pulling me in. And, guys that know me, when I read the cards, it isn't always about the meaning of the card. A lot of times I'm reading, the reason I use so many decks is because it's about the pictures. But the 7 of Pentacles, again, shows me you being a little removed and watching it happen in front of you. Their well-being on the earth and how they manage their way, and some are doing it better than others. I did pull and switch decks because I was trying to get away from the kids, because in case that wasn't what we were talking about. But I feel like one in particular, and I know they're adults, has a very, I get the upside down unicorn, but is struggling with their identity and that they feel different, and there's a little bit of an identity struggle going on. I don't know what that involves, but they tell me it's going to get better. You get the green positive sign. So it is moving better. They gave me the male card, so is it a son? But it's about them blooming or growing into a beautiful flower. So that's what it's about, even though it might not seem like it. So that's kind of what they wanted to talk to me about.
Excellent.
Bottom line, too, I don't think you are. It's not like that you are responsible for the hubbub, it doesn't seem. Yeah, it's, if anything, you still hold that nice Empress energy. You're more balanced. Maybe they're not so good at listening to you, but you do have answers that would help. But you know what I mean? I wouldn't say all this stuff is, they act like it ain't your fault, mama. That's what they're saying. That's a simple way to put it.
Thanks, Blue Diamond. Thanks for offering your feedback. That's appreciated. All right, so we got about 20 minutes left, and we've got 11 people we have to read. So let's get. We have to get a little bit shorter.
I know.
No
I'm
offense.
sorry.
No offense. No offense.
No, I know, sweetie.
Okay.
One of the
So
kids.
Jan would love a message from her guides. By the way, everybody, if you really enjoy these readings, I believe that Sherry does personal readings. I know Mark does personal readings. And
Yes,
if
I
you go to their channel and you will see a link to either their email or whatever, and you can get a longer reading. These are mostly just mini readings that we do on the show, but you get a taste of how everybody does. So thank you.
Yes.
Mini readings and speed readings. Because you have to jump from one to the next. You know what I mean? It can be way.
Speed dating. Yes. Oh, Jan. I see, Jan, that you're playing a chess game. You're trying to strategically think things through with regard to your finances. You going through a hard time, or you just wanting maybe to says you're saving money, being more frugal, either that or you're concerned about it. But there is hope and healing, and your dreams are about to be fulfilled. That's what I get for you. And there you go. So I think that's pretty positive. I don't play chess, but I know it is a strategic game, and it's one that can last for a long time. So thank you, dear. All right. No, Blue Diamond, it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry about it. No, I don't want you to worry that it didn't. No. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I just pulled from the Sacred Forest deck, and I got the I don't know this. I got Forest Temple Enlightenment.
Ooh,
You can see that. That's a pretty card. These are really pretty cards. And let me see. So I think, I mean, if I just intuited this, I think they want you to get out in nature too. And I also got the wood nip, the beauty, and dragon, the power. So to get out in nature and to treat your body too as a temple, go out in nature, enjoy the beauty of nature, everything, and yourself. Pay homage to yourself. Stand in your power. You have your power. And together, treat your body as the temple. Go out in nature, the temple of nature, and the beauty of everything. Enjoy it. And stand in your power. Exactly.
She does take a lot of walks. She's a caregiver for her mom. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So don't forget it yourself.
Don't forget yourself.
What it was.
I know. I'm always saying that to her. It's important. Yeah.
Yeah. Treat your body like a temple.
Yeah. Mark. Hi, Kelly.
Well, I just think Spirit is reminding you that you are a powerful being. You don't have to feel like you're all on your own and there's no help. You're a magician. You got the magician. You can create miracles yourself without anybody else other than Spirit, of course, helping you. You're not powerless. Even though sometimes you might feel overwhelmed or there's a lot and you might like a break, you can create that kind of energy for yourself. They'd like you to, I do feel like you've been talking a little more with Source, like like an on and on back and forth. And they'd like to bring some more ease into your life. So I think they're encouraging you to realize you're not trapped by your circumstances. There's still movement and freedom that can be had there. And there's and that's what we're looking to create. That could also include money. Because there is some money thing going on here. So they're trying to inspire you a little bit. You get the Fool in a new way to move forward. with your magic.
Mhm.
And it's sort of this is the Hangman, but sort of a whole new way of looking at things. You've already started that. So they're just encouraging you to keep moving forward that way. Because believe in spirit more than the world.
Mm.
For a long
Lovely.
time, I used to think I couldn't really depend on another human. I kind of grew
Uh-huh.
up with that because
We've gone through
they
that time.
would always let me down. They would.
Yeah.
It's like if I was going to get it, I had to do it myself.
Yeah.
It made me very independent, but I just, in a way, I'm like, well, that's not a very lovely, positive. But it wasn't really myself. I had to learn to work with spirit and move forward that way, that I could depend on spirit, whereas I couldn't always depend on humans because they just screw me at every turn. So a little bit of that's what these cards were talking about, like trust in spirit more than this situation.
There you go.
I
All
tried
right,
to
James.
grasp.
Thank you. All right. I'm going to put up Nessa's first, and then I'm going to go backwards here because she just wants a rapid card pull. So she says a bunch of people from different chapters of her past viewed her LinkedIn profile in the past 2 weeks. It is weird, the coincidence of people. What is your rapid pull on what that means or what happened?
Okay.
I've had that happen too, Ness, and it's like random people that I haven't seen for many years. But I couldn't tell who they were because I don't have what's the membership part of it. I don't pay for it, so you only get a certain number of views to see who is looking for you. We're still in that Mercury retrograde energy. It's over, but we're in that shadow. And I'm thinking whenever that happens, a lot of people come back into your life, or they show up, or they write you, or they call you, or they view your profile. I'm thinking that they feel like they have a pretty good bond with you. And you might have anchored them in the past. So that's what I get. And I think they're like, what is she? I wonder what she's up to. Have you ever had that? You've been with somebody, and they go, remember Ness? I wonder what she's up to. Let's see if we can find out where she is. So that's kind of what I'm getting, Ness. Yeah.
And then I got ancestors and remembrance.
That's it.
Yeah, they just, I think, are just checking
Mhm.
it out. Like it's just, they're just they're just looking back, and they want to remember a certain part, and it just the nostalgia that they're just remembering, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Yep. I get it.
And Ness, I think you've been working a lot on your spiritual progression, and you've been focused a lot in the higher realms, and it's made you like a brighter light than normal. So here's the Queen of Wands.
You're shining out there, and they probably have heard your name and not realized
I
why.
know. People are talking about.
Yeah, it's like it set off a little spotlight, and they went, oh, like all of a sudden it reminded them of you. And it's kind of like the work you've been doing. And so they say, oh, I want to reach out. The Knight of Chalices. I want to reach out and give her a little something, a little love, a little acknowledgement. Get on my little bicycle and go there and just acknowledge that I always liked you in the past, and I just wanted to reconnect. Here's the Queen of Pentacles.
Oh, yeah.
They had a fond memory of you already, and then you came to mind, and they wanted to reach out. That's great. I love it.
Yep.
That's what actually happened to me. I had somebody write me probably a year ago that was one of my best friends in college, and I hadn't heard from him since 1976. So,
oh, wow.
Sometimes that happens, But it was awesome. Anyway, thanks, Ness. All right, Viviani would like a message from Spirit, please.
I'm sorry.
Time for your nap. We know.
All right. Yeah.
Not Ness. Viviani, I'm sorry. I get the water, and you know the water is. I've gotten this for you before. The same card, I think, and it's, this bright light that shines down on the water here, and the water is your deep emotions. It's how you're feeling about things. It's how you process what's going on in your world. But look at this. This is a wonderful card. I got the Oracle. You are the Oracle, it's saying. Trust that you are the Oracle. We all are the Oracle, actually, because if we trust our intuition and our gut, then we all know what we want to know. But if you don't dig deep or go below the surface, you may or may not be able to contact it. But they're saying you are positioned very well in what you're doing. That's what I get.
And I pulled from the Gateway Light Activation Oracle, and I got Crown Chakra Upgrade, Divine Connection, Holy Experience, Miraculous Energy. It's kind of hard to see on there. That one. And then I got Solar Light Upgrade, Solar Plexus Chakra, Inner Fire, Willpower. So, I mean, this is saying how you are so divinely connected. It's not freaking funny.
I know.
Okay? And grab it, because you have the power within you. Send it out. Like, use it. You got it. Use it. So it's right there, right for the taking. So the time is now.
It is wonderful.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I saw somebody asking about how do they find me. If you just put in Spirit Whisperer, I'll come up.
Yeah.
You'll find my channel just on YouTube or anywhere.
And then just go to about at the top if you wanted to find his email. Okay. All right. Sorry, Mark. Yep.
No problem. Well, Viviani, my little darling, this is what I'm going to tell you, what they're telling me. You're putting yourself out there with Jay, and, and you're being brave, and you're taking some really good steps forward. And, sometimes we get out there and then all of a sudden you go, ooh, ooh, and then we shrink back a little bit. Because it's a lot of energy. All of a sudden. Then you start dressed, maybe we don't trust as much. Oh, wait.
Scary out there.
We're not ready.
Yeah.
But they're saying, don't let that throw you. Just go back within for a minute. You can Dharma too. Refocus your energy. Get yourself back in a nice, solid, the Emperor card. But being, solid, grounded in what you know already. And don't let, thoughts, because it's funny, you got both the Five of Swords and the Five of Wands, but that to me is like thoughts and feelings of doubt. All of a sudden I put myself out there. Oh no, was I really ready? And then you go, but just go, no, that's just toss that away and just get back on firm ground and keep going forward.
I just went through that.
Yeah.
Did you? Well, we all suffer from the imposter syndrome in the beginning, and even maybe I've been teaching for 25 years. I still sometimes think, how can I be doing this? So I get it. I get it totally. I do also want to tell you, Viviani, that this past week on shows that I've been on, I see people complaining about me that I'm too loud, that I need to mute myself when other people are. And so I've really had to think about it a lot more, because I'm usually very gregarious. So I don't ever want to turn anybody off by being too loud, though. So, yeah.
Well, I never thought you were too loud. So
that has never entered my mind.
Me neither.
So there you go.
Well, thank you, friends.
Of course, it takes a lot to upset me. Yeah, I have 4 kids. So.
Yeah.
Well,
and plus, if you were too loud, that would annoy me, and it's never even been the slightest anything. So whatever.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Well, I love you guys too. Barbara says, she wonders about her gifts. And remember in the beginning, I said other people were wondering what their gifts might be. Yeah. So, all right. Oh my goodness. Barbara, I got sort of it backwards this time. I see you're trying to make tough decisions about what it is that you really want to do. There's just so much out there for all of us. What do I do first? Where do I start? How do I do it? And you want to balance your spiritual life with your physical life. Now, Barbara, I see, I know on Facebook and other places you put beautiful pictures up about being at the beach. And that's your spiritual place. And so I'm loving that you're doing that, because I think that things will start to come to you if you walk along the shore by yourself, and you're going to figure it out. But you got to let it flow, just like the water coming to lap your legs, okay? And it says you are doing fine on your spiritual path. Just keep going, be inquisitive, investigate, and allow things to flow over you, just like the water that you walk through, okay? Thank you.
Oh, good. I love her. Okay.
And I did get one of your gifts is actually through just your, not so much the psychic gift, but one of your gifts is sharing activations through your contact to other people.
Mm-hmm.
So you share either light codes or the energy that is being brought down to you, and through your interactions to other people, you're sharing that, and you're helping them to ascend and to raise their vibrations. So,
Yep, that makes sense to me. Yep.
And love, I pulled love. So that's that.
Yeah.
The
You
thing
share
about
your
you
vibrations. Love.
right, you're sharing your vibrations through your love, through your kindness,
Yes.
through your contact, through your teachings, through all that. You're sharing it, and you're helping the ascension of the world here by what you do.
Well, she teaches first grade kids, so there's nothing more valuable than that.
No, right when they're still in that prime time.
Yep.
Okay.
No, I love that. And I don't know, Sherry, I keep getting a lot of the same exact stuff you get. I love it.
Gee, I wonder why. You must be psychic.
I really like that aspect of it. And I love reading with different people because of that.
Uh-huh.
But I was going to say, my first words was, well, they didn't want to talk about psychic abilities. The first thing they just said, your body, your earthly presence brings love to a situation naturally. So, her card was love, and I got this Knight of Cups again. But I like that, he's on his little bike. He stopped to hand some love over. So you just naturally bring that energy. And it's like it just comes with you, and it naturally kind of takes the energy down, makes it less staticky. So you naturally do that. Mm-hmm. They say you have a tendency to believe that you couldn't possibly have psychic abilities, and that maybe sometimes you feel like you're on the outside looking in. So this is the Five of Pentacles. Oh no, I couldn't possibly. But bunk. You can, because they're available to everybody, but you have to just intend it and pursue it, like we said on the other reading. But let's not forget that, psychic or not, just your natural presence and energy brings forth love that lifts the planet. I think Jerry also said that, because you get the world covered. Love lifts the world, or makes the world go around. Without people anchoring that in, we'd really be in a.
We would be.
And it's pretty pickly as it is, but imagine if there wasn't anybody doing that. So, but they want to tell you that you're guided by God. You have it right over your head like everybody else. You can attune to spirit through your third eye. That. I don't want you to think you have to see things, but you can communicate with spirit. And they want to call out again how important it is for you to, stay connected to Mother Earth as well. You have a strong connection to the earth.
We always can tell when we're getting near the hour, because the dogs get restless. Yes.
They're like, okay, Mom, I've given you, most of an hour. Come on, chop, chop.
I know.
And mine found some sunlight on the floor. and
Oh.
it's just sitting there like a cat in the window, even though she's a dog. Yeah. So
raining.
Sagita 74 wonders if she can get a reading. And next I have Rossi, Stephanie, and J Cat Lady. Are you going to be able to go just a little bit over, gang?
Mhm.
Yeah.
You can? Okay.
What kind of dog is it, Boozy? He got like bulldog or
It's
He's a pug.
isn't it?
pug?
He's a pug.
Yeah.
Aren't
He's
you?
almost like a mix a little bit.
Yeah. See, no, I'm a pug. I
You're
got
pretty
papers to prove
pug.
it.
Because a lot of times pugs have a lot more smushy. His isn't
Yeah.
as smushy as some of them.
I don't know if you can. Let's see. Oops. Can you see?
Hi there, handsome boy. Oh, that's just a good boy. He goes, Mom, what are we doing? I'm going to give you
Can you
them.
go look in there? Yeah.
What
Yeah.
a handsome boy. Okay, sorry about that.
Yeah. Okay. That's
Right.
Yeah, he's my third pug.
Oh.
Little
It
pug
was a
pug.
gift from my husband
Oh,
to get me over the passing of my last pug. He
oh,
got tired of me
yeah.
moping after a year.
you pug dogs.
When I get like if a dog passes and I get another dog, I always call them what their name is, and then I say gift of, and that, like they're because your dog usually passes before you get another one. So who sent it to you? The other one did, right?
That's true. Yeah.
Okay, Sagita, I have here the card A Deeper World. Don't push or force your way through life. Find balance even in dark times, and it will open your heart to the depth of compassion in everyday moments. I love this. It's a little animal there. And it's just saying, and it's so true that the more we try to force something, whatever it is, whether it's to spiritually grow or to make something happen, and we don't let it go, it takes longer because you're not releasing the idea that the universe responds fast if you allow it to. The second one I get is this beautiful little owl that says, forge a new path. When you make new choices, you create new results. So let go of old patterns and embrace the power of possibility. They want you to know that you also have possibility, that there's enough for everyone. There's always enough for everyone.
Okay. I got first it's sundress number 41 for those of you who are in numbers, and it says do it for you. And for this card it says when it comes to healing and recovery, make sure you're doing it for yourself. Sorry. Not for somebody else. Becoming too dependent on other people will only end in disappointment. People leave, friends drift, family members become estranged. Your reason needs to be bigger than them. You're important enough, and that should be reason enough. And then the next card is confidence, which comes with time and practice. And that's number. And my dog is digging something imaginary underneath my feet, and I am. It seems like everywhere around you, people are chattering about how confident they are and just how freeing it feels. You wish you could relate to them, but you haven't gotten there yet. Listen, it's all right. Confidence is not an instant or an overnight evolution. Just like with everything else, it takes time, practice, and a lot of unlearning of toxicity.
Yeah, we really have to unlearn a lot of things in our life, don't we?
Yeah, and
Wow.
So I'll let
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just funny. Go ahead, Mark.
We only laugh because we understand.
Yes, we do. Yes.
Well, I don't know, Sagita, you maybe have recently gone through a little bit of loss or sadness that you've been through, or just a little downturn, and you're not feeling maybe as chipper or as energetic as you might normally be. So you're a little low energy, maybe. It's what the cards seem to be talking about. But they want to remind you that actually you're a pretty good leader. You have like leader qualities. And I would say people listen to you. You're able to get an idea, herald it, tell it to others, and bring it home. So you get the Six of Wands, but kind of in front, making some noise about something that other people might not even be aware of. So sometimes you can go within, receive a new, like the Hermit again. I've been getting him a lot today. But receiving an inspiration, an idea, and then bringing it outward and sharing it with others. So the universe wants to remind you of that. And as you start feeling a little bit more energized after some recent kind of setback, maybe, I think you're going to have an opportunity. Here's the Ace of Cups to do what you do best, offered to you. So like more opportunity to move forward. I don't know. You might have been feeling like, oh, I don't know. I'm not really being very inspired or don't feel like, but I think it's coming and you're going to be moving into some more up and at 'em kind of energy.
All right. Thank you, Sagita. All right. We have Rossi. And then Stephanie Checo, are you here? And J Cat Lady, I did see you, so you'll be after that. Rossi wonders, does her cat Halle Berry know that I'm going back to the office?
I always think cats know everything. Are you kidding me? They know it before you know it.
They know before you know. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. I love her name.
Halle Berry. Yeah, she's from up here in Cleveland. Well, Bedford.
Oh, really? She is?
Yeah, she's from a suburb of Cleveland.
Okay. So I do not have cat cards, but I have puppy dog cards. But I say here that she's facing the fear that you're going to be leaving. But at the same time, I think she knows, she's like, oh, we're going back to that schedule again, because you used to do it and now you're being called back to do it because, you did it when the pandemic was here. But she said, okay, well, I'll just have to get used to that again. And then she says, I'll just sit home and lust after you. I think that's really funny because, Halle Berry is quite a beautiful woman as well. And if you ever saw Monsters Ball, that's what I thought of when this card came out. Oh, of course, Mark is the one tapped into the little animals.
Yeah, I'm not as tapped into animals. I have my moments.
Uh-huh.
We got her 6 months before the pandemic.
Okay.
She's pretty easygoing and pretty laid back. I don't think she's going to get too upset about it. I think you talked to her about it anyway. It feels to me like she's aware. But look at her. She couldn't be more happy just to be.
I have to get cat cards.
Yeah, hanging out. Yeah, at home in a box. She also says, and I might get a little bit frisky or do a little bit of mischief while you're gone. So I might go a little exploring. I might step outside my usual boundaries because I just might be looking for something to do because you're not here and might get a little bored. So you might notice a little like, oh, you knocked that over, or what were you doing? You ripped up a big wad of
Maybe that's where the lust card comes in, Mark.
Yeah. I'm going to probably do some little activity. But she's so happy and grateful about where she is that I don't think she's going to get too upset about it. Now, of course, she's going to want a lot of love and acknowledgement when you get home.
Mm-hmm.
So that, give her extra love'ems. But she's pretty spoiled and happy, I think. Rossi.
I think she's got plans while you're at work.
Yeah.
I got the koala spirit. It says spirit has a plan, and with the way that koala's looking, it's like, yeah, I'm ready. Go back to work. I got it all planned out. Nothing to see here. And then the ant spirit, time to collaborate. Yeah, so she has her days planned out. She knows what's going on. It almost makes me wonder if she has a spirit animal.
Maybe. Yeah.
So
yeah.
I think
Why
she
not?
does. They have plans.
Uh-huh.
And I thought you might see evidence because that they have plans. I have to show this card. I didn't at first, but the instigator. I got to start something. So that's when I thought she might be ripping up some paper or doing a little something, you know.
She's got some plans.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh, Rossi, that's so funny.
My cat was mine. She knew I could talk to her. My cats, I always seem to get cats that are familiars, and I could talk to them and they answer you. I'd be like, you know, it's amazing how certain cats, it is like you can communicate with them through English language. Is that not weird?
Yeah.
I've never had a cat, so I don't know, but my
Oh,
girlfriend's cat is really, really brilliant. It's
Mhm.
like this cat, really, really smart.
Well, plus they can learn words.
Yeah,
If you
sure.
consistently use the same words to mean the same thing, they immediately, you know, they figure it out.
Yeah, they're smart.
Stephanie Checo, if you're here, let me know. J Cat Lady is asking what her gifts are, which I told you that she uses the pendulum some. What else can I do to improve my gifts?
Meditate.
They
Just
don't
use
wanna
them.
hear
All you have to do is use them and just keep working on them and trust what you get. Don't question
the
it.
hardest
Trust
part.
it. That's
the
the
hardest
hardest part is to trust what you get and keep a journal. Like
Yeah.
it's the best way is to pull a card a day and just write down what you think without even reading it or whatever, and then see what happens that day. You know,
Mhm.
stuff like that. Write down, keep your journal, do all that. It's because it's like any muscle, use it or lose it. And if you want to develop it, you have to use it.
You do.
And then you'll find out, you know, what you're strongest in, and you'll find out little things and new gifts will come online for you. And then once you get things figured out, there's going to be some new things that are going to come in and you're going to go, what the heck is this? Then you're going to have to figure new stuff out all over again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because things upgrade. I got here, you're doing enough. It's very, very interesting because look at the angels. I think you've got the angels and they're fairies. These are fairies, actually.
Oh, those
You've
are
got,
pretty cards.
They're gorgeous, aren't they?
What are they?
This is the Enchanted Forest deck. Yeah, and it's.
Oh, I got
it's
the
beautiful.
Sacred Forest.
Oh, I have that one too. I have too many. Anyway, it says, right now is the time to balance everything you dream of with the actions required to succeed. Be gentle. You're doing better than you know. And when I see these, I say, get outside in the garden, go outside in the woods, because the fairies are waiting for you.
Mm-hmm.
They're beautiful. Yeah. That's the J Cat Lady. Yeah.
Yeah. What was I going to say? I had a big thing to tell you now. I forgot. I was going to just double down on the word meditation that Sherry said right off the bat is that you have, well, you know, you don't have to do anything you don't want to. But for me, it really helped me when I sort of more formally, I set aside a time where I was going to meditate, period. That's what I was going to do. And I wasn't really going to do anything else. And even though there'd be a lot of time, I'd come up with all kinds of reasons why I couldn't possibly meditate. You know, there'd just be so many reasons.
I'm busy. It's boring. I hate it. I don't know what to do. I think.
Yeah, blah, 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 blah. But so I'd go, well, I don't care. Forget all the reasons. You can give me all the, I'm still doing it. I'm going to sit down.
Yeah.
From this time to this time, that's what I'm doing. And I had to be kind of bullheaded about it and set that time. And then eventually, after a little bit, everything starts going along because I'm that person that thought I cannot be quiet for a millisecond. I will never meditate.
Mm-hmm.
I won't be able to because my mind never stops. I can't stop it. I guess But lo and behold, I was able to learn how to shut it the heck up.
Good.
So now times I don't have to work on that so hard or anything. Now, you know, I don't mean that sometimes your old negative mind don't get in there and start screwing around with you because it's an ongoing, you have to always be working on it as far as I know.
Yeah.
You always are growing. And
Yeah, you do. Mm-hmm.
But you have to sort of set a time for it like you would for anything else. Like if you were going to make a craft, well, you have to, I do this for an hour or a half hour, or start with a short time, 5 minutes. You know, you have to, and then what happened for me was, then I began to I've told this story before, but it really helped me to meditate by being in the bath. I don't know why that helped me, but that also helped give me permission to take the time, because I thought, well, I've been at the zoo all day. I need to take a bath because I smell like
Mhm.
so I have to do that anyway. And so I might as well double down. It gave me, I felt like
Yeah.
I can do two things at once. I'm not
Yeah.
wasting time with meditation.
Or on a walk or whatever.
Or on a walk. That's
Yeah,
what I do.
There's all different ways that you can meditate.
Right.
And I did pull storm spirit. It says chaos.
Ooh.
So just take 5
Wow.
minutes out of your chaotic day. And it only takes 5 minutes. Start with 5 minutes. That's
Yeah.
all it takes. 5 minutes.
Then you start doing things like, I'll burn some incense, or I'll bring a crystal,
Right.
or my bathtub now is quite a holy place. Like it became very spiritual. You know what I mean? Well,
Yeah, I
whatever
do.
it is, you
Right.
begin to get more and more into it.
Yep.
And if something pops in your head, just let it flow back out. Don't worry about it. Just let it send it right back out.
Yep. That's right. Great advice, guys. Yeah. She said she's going to start keeping a journal on what she uses her brain. That's a focus for you, J Cat Lady. So that's beautiful.
Yeah.
And everybody's different. Anya says she doesn't want to sit still, so she's out in the yard pulling weeds, watching birds. Nothing. Perfect. That's a
I get-
meditation.
Right.
Yeah.
I get some of my best meditations, even though now I hate painting, but painting or doing stuff like that, or when you're falling asleep, to me, that's a good time too, because you're trying to relax your mind anyways. And if you take
Yeah.
those deep breaths and when you hold it, I mean, it's good spiritually, but it also has medical things. It does slow your heart
Yes,
rate
it
down.
does.
It slows you down. So it's like it
Yeah.
really does that. And just envisioning, Jenny told me this one, envisioning, like breathing in the peace, sending out what you don't need, breathing in the peace, sending
right.
out, stuff like that, whatever works for you.
Yeah, it's really good to start with breathing, because that's kind of a simple thing that you can focus on.
And you kind of got to do.
Yeah, and it helps you just focus on one thing, breath.
Right.
Yep.
It helps.
Very good. Very good.
Mhm.
I just want to say welcome to a new viewer named Vashier. And thank you for doing good. I'm glad to hear you're going to try it. That's wonderful. We are happy to have you with us today. We do this on every Thursday. We have different readers at times, but thank you, Sherry from Trancing with Spirit.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Mark from Spirit Whisperer. And
Thanks, William.
give them a look and like and subscribe to their channels as well. We had a wonderful day with you. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
I appreciate you very
Sally,
much.
it was
Yeah,
fun reading with you today, Sherry.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Bye, everybody. Have a great day.
Yeah.